Hey, what's up, guys? Back for another deck profile here. Now, I just got back from locals. I ended up top 8ing. One thing I do want to say is the deck is very insane. I misplayed, I think, 2 or 3 times that cost me a couple games, and I'm very mad at myself about it. But the deck is very good. I never had like a crazy terrible hand except for one time, which I'll tell you what happened through here. But yeah, dude, without further ado, it's Thunder Dragons, dude, and I got a side deck. Obviously 60 cards. You already know, so. Deck was good, though. Plus, dude, this deck looks really fucking good, like, under light when you're playing. Alright, so. Obviously, 3 solar. You know, this card's insane. There is one thing I want to talk about later with this card that people didn't know, but I figured I'd bring up in case somebody didn't know. Just 1 hawk. You still only need 1 hawk as far as I'm concerned. I never needed more of this card. Shout out my boy Strap. Round 1 I played against Runic Stun, and he was maining D-Fissure. And this deck just plays under Shifter or D-Fissure, so I was able to come back and win. I 2-0'd, but it was just D-Fissure and just, you know, all that stuff. I got nibbed, I think, 4 times and still, sorry, 3 times in that first game. Just because he just kept chump blocking. But anyways, so 3 Roar, 3 Dark, of course, 3 OG, then round out the Thunder count, just one Chaos Creator. This card is incredible. I'm going to mention a couple things about this card as well. I think you should definitely play that card. And then I actually ended up playing Triple Safer. Originally, I was only playing 2. But just as I was testing, I was just like, I wanted to have my hands be insane. Because I was playing Board Breakers in this deck. And I would have a couple hands where, like, if I did win the die roll, which I was very seldom, I would have, like, 2 pushes and then Board Breakers in my hands, so it just wouldn't be enough. So I cut the Board Breakers for more combo cards, all gas. We were still playing a couple breaks, but it was white, black, and then we were playing the, obviously the Bystials, the 1 Magnamut, 1 Baldrake, 2 Druis, 3 Sarnier, and 3 Lubellion. This was all just, you know, absolutely insane, of course. And then for the rest of the Dragons, John, we played the boy, dude.
Best card.
Yeah, this card is incredible. I want to talk about this card for a second. So once you get this card in rotation, you know, it's not like a necessary evil, but you can kind of tutor it out. You can actually, if you're going first, you can make Seal without normal summoning, and then you can tribute for a Bystial over top of Seal to summon this out of the deck if you need to. I just like to get this card in rotation as early as possible. That's not optimal unless your hand, you know, makes it feel like that. But that card's incredible. Can't be nibbed, and then it summons back after nib, like it does everything. Lemonier, and then Chaos Emperor, of course. So all these were very insane. Obviously, we did play the Nemesis stuff. I played Escatos and Protos. Escatos. I still played the 1 Corridor and the 1 Flag. So one thing I want to talk about with this that people didn't know, I didn't know if people didn't know this, but apparently not at locals. Batterman Solar sends any Thunder. So you can send this to graveyard just to put a wind in the graveyard if you draw these and need it, or more specifically Protos. But I did just want to mention that this shit was insane. I didn't play the Searcher for Flag. I just was like, I'm just gonna hard draw it, and I only drew it 1 time, I think, so it wasn't like super crazy. Also, this stuff just keeps. There was something I wanted to mention about this. I might come back to this. And then 3 Umseti, 1 Happy. And then the last real monster in the deck was the Shiren. John, you forgetting the Shiren, bud?
Never.
Never. Yeah, Shiren was insane. This was one of the cards I cut the 3 Dark Rulers for. I cut the 3 Dark Rulers in the main for 1 of these, 1 more Safer, and I am playing the Field Spell for a tier. And then I actually was playing these. I was playing Droll Nib. This was more or less because they were monsters instead of Board Breakers, so they added, you know, it's a rock for Escatos. This is another wind, plus it helps with the Selene OTK, you know what I mean? So, it's very good. So. Then, of course, the spell cards, Grass.
Nice card.
Yeah, that card's incredible. I only resolved it 1 time, but, you know, it was definitely insane. So, And then one Call By, one Foolish, one Gold Sark, one Chaos Space. By the way, I drew Chaos Space and Magnemite today a lot. I was testing with my boy Cody and my boy John. I drew Magnemite a lot for some reason. That's like the card I draw all the time. Thunder Dragon Fusion. This card is insane. I still don't think you need any more of this card. I think one is completely fine. Also, if you side thrust, this is an actual thrust target that matters sometimes. And then for the rest of the one-ofs, the Paralorino, just for the one Chiron. I just wanted consistency cards. Obviously, the Regain. I never drew Regain today, which I always said was like my curse. I am playing 2 King Sark. There was one hand, you can paint it to me, John, where I was playing against my boy Grant. You guys know my boy Grant. He was playing a deck. You guys will see his upload, or I recorded his profile for the new format, and you guys will probably see it Wednesday. But I played against him, and I'm playing 60 cards, and I drew I'm Seti, King Sark, I'm Seti, King Sark, Thunder Dragon. And obviously I'm only playing 2 King Sarks, which isn't terrible, but it's definitely not optimal. So, you know. And then the last spell in the deck was just 3 Allure. This card's insane, of course. And then for the extra deck, the extra dip, 2 Colossus, of course. Shout out my boy Devin. I don't know what else to say about this card. Titan is actually extremely relevant now with this deck. Now that you have 2 Colossus and you can burn one of them, and then still put it back in the deck, it's very good for this deck. That's it for the fusions. And then we are playing the Striker, the Seal, the SP, the Lina, the Dark, and then we are playing the Selene, the Access Code, and the Saryuja. I summoned Saryuja the most out of everything except for Seal and SP and Striker Dragon, but I never summoned Access Code or Selene today. I said Seal and Seal, yeah, correct. Chaos Angel, this card is, this card's insane. Zombie Vamp, Typhon, and Zeus. Zeus is incredible. You know what I mean? So, and then for the side deck, so this probably was the most relevant card in my side deck. So let me talk about this card for a minute, bro. This card is incredible. I misplayed with it only one time with this card, and this card was very good. I didn't realize how good this card would actually be, but it was 100% needed. So I will always play this in the deck. Shout out my boy Cody. Sadly, Cody couldn't be there today. He was hanging out with his kids and everything, which is fantastic. But he let me borrow his small Charmies. Love you, brother. I never drew this today, but in theory, it's good. It's more different attributes, different types for the Scott or the Nemesis stuff. And then one Herald of Abyss, 1 Harpies, 3 Thrust. And then for the one-ups for the thrust, just the DDG, the Simmel, and the D-Barrier, and then just 3 Evenlies. So deck was very good, very clean. I was very happy with it. I was more mad at myself. There was a couple games I definitely could have won and did not because I misplayed. But it's unfortunate. We still made top 8, so it's okay. You know what I mean? This is definitely probably the best Thunder list that I would want to play. So. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.